All right, well, it's been a couple of days since we were at Buxton Speedway this past Saturday night. It was the duel on the dirt. Also, my first time driving a race car, in case you couldn't tell, and I'm pretty sure you could tell. Listen, I had a couple of comments and I had some messages as to why our car wasn't keeping up with the pack. Well, I'm about to explain that. One, we have a tired 602. Two, it was my first time in a race car. But most importantly, three, it was the duel on the dirt the APC series was running. We had Dave Bailey, Go Fast People, and them were all there. And they're all racing for points in the APC Duel on a Dirt series. The last thing I want to do, and plus a bunch of our guys are running in the same thing, and the last thing that I want to do is cause them a problem. Made some laps, stuck down to bottom, and tried to stay out of everybody's way. We had a couple of problems. Let me explain. So in the heat race, we drew the pole. And behind me is Go Fast People. Now, I can tell you that gentleman's got that name for a reason. He was also pitted right beside us. I went and knocked on his trailer and said, hey, listen, we are new to racing, and I'm going to take the back, which means he gets the pole. He didn't complain, but he understood. So then go tell the race director, hey, listen, I'm in heat 3. I'm going to take the back. Try not to get in anybody's way. They're pretty good about that at Buxton, and they understand, and they don't want any problems caused either, so to the back I went. It gets better. I go over for my heat race. I'm lined up with group 3. I then get the come to the front. I then go around. They tell me they want me to go in heat 2 to even them up, to even up the car numbers, and I can still start at the back. That's what we did. It's an 8-lap heat race. I think we made 4 laps. Show you.
They say usually it's the sometimes driving. Yeah. Wow. I'm nervous now. I'm nervous now.
We're all going. I can win the feature and still pass that.
Okay, so this is the new A-arm we just put on last week. On the underside of the A-arm, you might be able to see it there. Well, it's a castle nut, just like this one right here. When we put that A-arm on, it didn't want to go into the spindle all the way. Now, I think you maybe, yeah, you can see right here. We got a bit of a gap right here, which didn't leave you a whole lot of threads on the bottom side. So what happened is that nut backed off and the ball joint simply popped out of the spindle. No damage, didn't mess up the threads, nothing. I left my box of castle nuts at home. Go figure, that's kind of how that's gonna roll. So Tate O'Leary and Austin were running up and down the pits trying to find us a new castle nut, which they did, and that's what's on there right now. But I think what's going to have to happen is because we have a 3/8 of an inch gap there, I'm going to probably take this back off, drill that out so that will sit down further. Then we can put the castle nut on properly and put the cotter pin in it so that it doesn't come loose again. Anyway, 4 laps in, 5 laps in, something like that. The caution come out, and then we got told to leave the track. I wasn't quite sure why. I thought maybe I had a flat tire, but I couldn't feel anything. It all felt the same. It all felt normal. Nevertheless, when the race was done, we got towed back to our pit, and that was the problem. Thanks, Emmett. I appreciate it. Got it fixed. Going out for the feature. A lot of cars. So again, it's feature time. We roll off third last. Green flag drop. We're not doing too bad. I'm getting a little more comfortable in the car. I wasn't nervous at all. I was just more trying to stay out of everybody's way, not trying to cause anybody a problem. And we're running laps around the bottom. Everything's going fine. Caution comes out, not for us. And we're just running under a pace lap. I get slammed in the rear bumper by the 108. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I just wondered if maybe he wanted it around me. I had two spots in front of me that I left there. If somebody was faster than I am and they wanted that spot, to go ahead and get it. I waved him around. He didn't go. I don't know. He wasn't paying attention, running in the back of me. It's what it is. No damage. Green comes back out. We're on the bottom, and this car does not want the bottom. It wants the top. But again, I'm not trying to cause anybody problems with these guys racing for $1,000. That's just how we feel about it. So anyway, I started going. I went into turn 1, and I went in pretty hard. Well, pretty hard for me, harder than I normally went in. And I could hear a clunking in the right front. Going into 3, I heard the same thing. Going back into 1, I heard it again. I'm thinking this thing's coming apart again because we still didn't have a cotter pin in there. And it was kind of jerry-rigged together to get us back to the feature, so I'm thinking it's coming apart. So I pulled off. And I did that because I didn't want to create any more damage to the car if there was going to be any, and I didn't want to have it just completely let go and then me running into the leaders, and next thing you know, they're out. And you know, the fisticuffs come after that, and well, that is what it is. So I pulled off to the infield, watched the races from there. When it was all done, I drove back to the pit and looked it over. The nut was still on there, and I think that little bit of 3/8 play was what was causing it to make some noise in the right front. I would rather live to race another day as opposed to destroy a race car because I don't know any better. So from here on out, I think we are going to be taking our position. Austin is going to be driving the next time this car is out, and we're going to be taking our position. And we're going to run a little harder because we've had about a month and a half, 2 months of taking the back and not getting in people's way. Well, the points championships are all done, and it's time to try and figure out what this car needs for setup wise, tire wise, and where it wants to run on the track, which we believe is the top. And in case you didn't know, it's also referred to as a metric. Pretty much everybody runs Camaros here, but apparently we're different. Now, watching that myself, we are slow, and we are real slow. Like I think I mentioned before, I got a whole lot of renewed and new respect for the folks that are out there running these cars. You think you're moving, and you're not. And then these guys are like 3, 4, and 5 wide going by you on the outside. It's like, where'd you come from? An old Ricky Bobby line. And, you know, you just do your best to hold your line and stay out of the way. And October the 4th, we are heading to Merrittville Speedway. We're going to be running up there for the first time. And I think I said Austin's going to be driving up there. We will have our merch with us up there as well. We're trying to get rid of the 2025 merch before the end of the year. So all our new stuff coming in and all our new look and everything else is going on. It's going to be rather exciting, and we're pretty excited about it. So I want to thank you all for watching. And thank you all for subscribing to our channel. We can't do this without you guys. And see you in the next one. Later.
Oh, maybe it is the tire.